Hello there, Cubs. I'm Madison.
And I'm Brisa.
And now time for your campus news.
And now for announcements. We have Spirit gear on hand in the snack den. Come in and check out the gear. Buy your yearbook now. The price goes up $5 after February 14th, 2016. Right now, the price is $31.80, including tax. After Valentine's Day, the book will cost $37.10, including tax. Book supply is limited, so make sure you purchase yours as soon as possible. You will need to bring your money to the front office to Julie Anderson. Attention students, on the O'Leary website, there is a link for ISAT testing practice. Click on it so you can be ready for the upcoming ISATs. The library has information of an upcoming essay. The deadline of the essay is March 14th, 2016.
The Optimist Club of Twin Falls would like to invite all the students in the TFSD secondary schools to participate in our annual essay contest. The topic for this year is Optimism Should Be a Priority. 3 cash prizes, $150, $125, and $100 will be awarded to the winner, who will go on to compete for a larger prize at the district level. The essay and the applications are due on Wednesday, February 17th, and Anna Scholes will pick them up at your school. Please alert the front office staff so they can find them when we come and pick them up. The application and directions are attached. We are not requiring any proof of age for the club contest. The winner will need to provide a copy of their birth certificate in order to go on to the district level contest. Please make this a voluntary exercise for your students. We feel that no one should be forced to participate in this program. You can call at 539-4269 or email at annarph@cable1.net if you have any questions.
Hey Cubs, I'm Lara, and now it's time for campus news. If any of you students went to Morningside for elementary school, you would know Mr. Hoy. For those of you who didn't, he's the principal there and is also married to Mrs. Hoy, who teaches 6th grade math here at O'Leary. They met each other here at O'Leary and started dating while they taught here. Mrs. Hoy began teaching here in 1991 and Mr. Hoy 3 years before her in 1988. Together they had 3 children at ages 21, 19, and 13. They got to know each other very well from the different sports they coached and from being together outside of school. Let's take a look at their story.
Her husband, Mr. Hoy, began his teaching career in 1986 and worked in a town called Lima in the state of Montana. He worked there for 2 years and then moved to the Magic Valley in 1988. He first worked at O'Leary from 1988 to 1997 and then taught at Bickle Elementary from 1997 to 2001. After that, he spent 5 years at Sawtooth Elementary, where he would, once again, be teaching with Mrs. Hoy, and finally, he became the principal at Morningside Elementary, where he has been since 2006, making this his 10th year at Morningside and his 28th year in the Magic Valley. So where did you two meet?
We met actually teaching together at O'Leary in 1991. My first memory is probably in the teacher's lounge at lunch. That was my 4th year at O'Leary, so the first time I physically met the new candidate, the new teacher, I believe was in that lunchroom where someone brought him in, probably the principal, Dr. Slama.
So how did you two meet?
Well, that was the part of it. That's when we first got to know one another. But your mom, her desk was in Mrs. Christensen's up the hall, and so when I would come the weekend to do lesson plans, whatever, quite frequently, Mrs. Hoy was at her desk, and I would kind of wave and see how she was doing. And it was a tough job that she did.
Mrs. Hoy's job at the time included a 7th grade reading class, 7th grade language arts, 7th grade social studies, 8th grade reading, and 8th grade science. In order to teach all these classes, Hoy would quote, "I had a moving cart that I used and went from classroom to classroom when other teachers were on their prep and I used their classrooms."
If it wasn't on the weekend, often we didn't really see each other initially.
He was the volleyball coach and I was the cheerleading advisor, so we really got to know each other on the bus. Traveling, we used to take the cheerleaders on the bus with us.
After being a cheerleading advisor for O'Leary, Mrs. Hoy, Miss Cloker at the time, coached volleyball with Mr. Hoy in 1993 to 1994.
The girls came a long way. We started off a little shaky. We started our first game of the year with the longest road trip up at Wood River, and we got beat, and then we came back and we won our third game against West Minico, and that was the only team we beat. But we had a few outstanding games that we just couldn't come around. They really put a lot of hard work and a lot of effort into what they did. I was really proud of them.
Well, you know, this team did everything I asked them to. We learned how to do, our defense is called cover. We had great hustlers that loved to, move and get around. Amy Abubakar had a lot of intensity and hustle. Katie Pierce loved to be at the net and block and spike as best as she could. Annalie Carter could serve the ball 100 miles an hour. I mean, it seemed like it. It would knock people down. But each kid brings different abilities, and that's what makes a team. It's a team sport, not an individual sport.
That was the second year.
So, how long did you two date?
We dated about a year and a half before we got married.
How long have you been married?
22 years this past December 31st.
Are there any memories you'd like to add?
Well, when we were, before we got married, we were chosen to be the cutest couple in 7th grade. And our principal at the time, Dr. Dobbs, who's now our superintendent, and made us go to the Valentine's dance and get crowned. So we had to go and dance in front of all of the students and put a Burger King crown on our head.
But the kids insisted, the students that we taught, because we had both taught 7th grade, that we were on the ballot, and I wouldn't have guessed it, but we won, and so we were the co-king and queen, because the real 7th grade couple was not, crowned. But
All right. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for that amazing love story.
Hey Cubs, I'm Conrad, and now it's time for Babyface. Who is this adorable baby girl? Is it A, Hannah Saldivar, B, Cheyenne Becker, C, Fatima Fide, or is it D, Kayla Martinez? And the answer is D, Kayla Martinez.
Hola Cubs, I'm Hannah, and it's time for birthdays. February 11th, Julia Bascom, Kenneth Huffman, Keegan Sevier, Aaron 2, February 12th, Madison Cummings, Emelina, Jonas Mirtantes, Sarah Thomas, Hagen Tubbs, February 13th, Jenna Turman.
Hey Cubs, I'm Milo Rose and Afro Branger. Worldwide, how many roses are given for Valentine's Day each year? Is it A, 1 million, B, 10 million, C, 70 million, or D, 50 million? And the answer is D, 50 million.
Hey Cubs, Lizzie here with recycling. Recycling one aluminum can will run the TV for how many hours? Is it A, 3 hours, B, 5 hours, C, 10 hours, or is it D, 4 hours? And the answer is A, 3 hours.
Hey there, you lovely Cubs. I'm Jill, and it's time for word power. What does the word moonstruck mean? Is it A, unable to think or act normally, especially because of being in love? B, a brand of chocolate. C, being struck down under the moon. D, to be extremely mad at someone. And the answer is A, unable to think or act normally, especially because of being in love.
Aloha Cubs, I'm Creighton, and after where in the world are we? This place is Italy's capital. It is a sprawling cosmopolitan city with nearly 3,000 years of globally influential art, architecture, and culture on display. This place is where the very first Valentine's Day took place. Ancient ruins such as the Roman Forum and the Colosseum evoke the power of the former Roman Empire. Vatican City, headquarters of the Roman Catholic Church, both St. Peter's Basilica and the Vatican Museums, which house masterpieces such as Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel frescoes. Is it A, Florence, Italy, B, Pisa, Italy, C, Rome, Italy, or D, Vatican City, Italy? And the answer is C, Rome, Italy.
Hey Cubs, I'm Kylie and now for your sports. Thursday, February 11th, 2016, Boys Wide at home versus Kimberly.
Hey Cubs, I'm Lauren and now for Quill. We are all here on Earth to help others. What on earth the others are here for, I don't know. W.H. Auden.
Thanks for watching, Cubs. I'm Brisa.
And I'm Madison. Have a lovely weekend.